Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Papercrafting. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to take this basket of bags of scraps and turn them into these. Okay, I have a cutting guide. I'm going to use the colors of the scraps, and I spent about 3 hours sorting my scraps into color groups and cutting them down to size and trimming them up, and now we're going to make all these boxes for them. So let me grab what I need and I'll be back. Alright, so I have my gray scraps here, and I just grabbed a gray piece of paper. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to try. And if I have a matching color, I'm going to use a matching color. So all we need is a scoreboard, some glue. Why is my camera looks like it's down too far? Okay, that looks good enough. It was down a little far. So we just need to score. So you're going to score at on the 8.5 side. You're going to score at 1.5 and 7. Then we're going to turn, and on the 11-inch side, we are going to score at 5 and 6.5. And we're going to score up here at 1/2 inch to the score line, not past the score line, to the score line. So let me show you. You see that? It's just to the score line. That's it, because that's going to get cut away. All right, so that's it. That's all the scoring we're doing. Okay. Now we just need scissor. I really hate when people come down here and don't tell me they're down here. It drives me nuts. Alright, so you're just going to need a scissor and glue. And first thing we're going to do is cut at an angle like so. We want to get rid of some of this bulk. Then we're going to cut off just a little bit on an angle all of our score lines on this flap here. This will be our side flaps of the box. So it looks like that. And then down here, we're going to cut another angle and cut up to the score line and cut that away. So it looks like that. Okay? We're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to cut up, and then we're going to cut away the score line. Like so. By the way, the boyfriend is sick and is making me miserable. So I finally just escaped down here. I'm like, I've had enough. I can't be around. Why are men so miserable when they're sick? Honest God. Okay, there we go. So now we have this, and here it is. We're going to fold our scores, burnish them nicely. So this gives you a 1.5 inch thick box. And then it is, let me do the math, 5 inches, right? 5 inches? Am I doing the math right? No, 5.5 inches. I'll measure it. I think it's 5.5. Let me see. Yes. 5.5 inches. So 5.5 inches, one side is 4, the other side is 5. So the back is going to be obviously bigger than the front. What did I do? Here it is. Why would I put it there? I do want to cut a little thumb notch. Okay. And now we just have to glue it together. So I start by gluing on these flaps here. You could use double stick tape if you want, if it's easier for you. And don't worry, we'll make a few more so you can see, and then I just pick up the one side. And where are all my clips? Here they are. Just gonna clip that, and we're gonna pick up the other side and glue that. So it looks like this. Okay, and then what we're going to do is put some glue on these flaps here. Okay. Yep, the boyfriend's sick. He does not have COVID though. He took multiple tests. And he just took another one this morning. But when I tell you I am over him being sick, I am literally over him being sick already. And then I'm just going to put it on its side and take my bone folder and kind of just shove it in there. And then I'm going to do the same for this side. Put it down, shove it in. So we have this, okay? And then you should be able to, if you cut yours to size right, I cut all my pieces, the big ones, when they were very big, I cut to 5.5 inches. And there we go, there's one. So now we have green and gray. And when I'm done with them, I'm hoping they all fit in that basket. But I have a bunch more to do. How much time do we have left? Oh, we have a lot of time left. Let me see what the next one is, shall we? Seriously, this took me forever. It's reds. Okay. So all I did was sort all of my scraps. Like I said, I made sure they were cut no bigger than 5.5, so that should be, it might not be, because these are scraps from one of those Walmart scrap packs, so I didn't trim those down because I didn't know if I needed to, and honestly, by the time I got to those, I was so sick and tired of looking at scraps. Like, I didn't even trim this one. I was so tired of looking at scraps, I couldn't take it anymore. So I just kind of moved on. And was like, screw it, I'm done. It was not fun. I would not do it again. So hopefully this stays being a thing and I keep them sorted. I was really struggling to find colors I needed when I was die cutting or making projects, when I would just need a little bit of a color. I was struggling. Let's see what size these are. I think are they 6 maybe? Nope, they're less than 5.5. Okay, great. I don't have to cut them. Okay. Now let me go grab, what else is next? I have orange and purple. Orange, purple. I have no idea what that is. White, black, blue. My boyfriend put some, oh, specialty paper, yellow, pink, and brown. Let me go grab the colors I need. Funny enough, I don't have any black paper left. That's one of the reasons that I also don't have any red. That was one of the reasons I sorted all my scraps, because I knew I didn't have certain colors. Well, that's not big enough. Okay, so I had to grab 12 by 12, but we're going to cut them down to 8.5 by 11. I'm using this trimmer because it's the one that I had with me when I was trimming all the scraps. So it was actually with the basket. And guess what? This could go in the black scraps. Isn't that fun? So let's cut it down to 5.5 so it doesn't hang over too much. And then 8.5. Geez, I could not think. And then once again, cut this down in scraps. Okay, and we'll do the same with the red. And then I will do one last one on camera, and I'll do all the rest off camera, because once you see it done, and I'll make sure I put all the dimensions for the cutting, the scoring, in the description. But I'm going to be honest, you guys, you have to remind me. I say it all the time because I don't know when this is going to go up on YouTube. I'm filming this and it is April 14th. It might not go up till May or June. And by that time, I'll forget. All right, let's do the red. All right, so we are scoring at 1.5. Okay, and 7. 1.5 and 7. And we're scoring at 5 and 6.5. And then up here, we're scoring at 1/2 inch to the score line and 1/2 inch to the score line. Okay, and the only reason we're doing that is so the sides match. I don't want the side being higher up over here. So that's why that's happening. I'm just gonna cut away the score lines. Whenever you're doing a project like this, you are better off cutting off the score lines. You don't want the score lines to interfere with your project squaring up and looking the way it's supposed to. All right, so we're just cutting out all the score lines, getting rid of some of this bulk. Now, you don't have to do this. You could just cut at the score lines and leave it how it is. You don't have to wedge cut that a little bit. I do, but you don't have to. Also, I'm not worried about cutting the same amount off on the corners because literally these are just to hold scrap papers. It's not to hold anything else. I'm not displaying it. I'm hoping I can fit them all back in that basket. That's what I'm hoping for when all is said and done. Okay. Just going to burnish all of them and these so it folds nicely. And I'm going to cut out the thumb notch. And the thumb notch is literally just so I know which one's the shorter side just by quickly looking at it. Only reason for the thumb notch. All right, now if you want to use tape, here's my tape. I'll do this one using tape. The first one I used tape, but I only used tape on this piece here because then it held quickly to that piece, and then I was able to, somebody's cutting the grass. I don't know who's cutting their grass. My neighbor's not here, so she's on vacation, so I don't know who's cutting the grass. My dad's not cutting the grass because he knows better. It's too cold for him to sit on a tractor right now. And honestly, it's April in frickin' Pennsylvania. We only have like a few high spots in the yard that I could literally hit with a weed whacker and it would be fine. Though it has been raining like crazy. Cold and rainy. All right, so I'm just gonna pull it up and line it up. I'll do it this way. Pull it up, line it up. See? And now when I did this side, I did glue it. It was easier for me to glue it. Like I said, the other side, it was just easier to use the tape. That way it stuck immediately and I didn't have to worry about it. And then once again, just gonna pull it over and line it up. Take the bone folder, same with on this side, take the bone folder and put it inside and burnish it down. And then there we have a little piece to hold our scraps. And we have these new scraps. Put those in there. And then these. So there we go. These big ones could go in the backpack. And I'm not putting them in any color order. That does not matter to me. I just want them in a bag, a box. Okay. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to finish these up. And then when I come back, we're going to put them in the basket and see if they fit in my original basket. I'm really, fingers crossed, here's hoping. I'll be back. Okay, before I finish these off, I just wanted to show you that I scored all the pieces, then trimmed all the pieces. So this is how I am mass making mine. And then what I'm going to do is put the tape on the flaps on every single piece and do the thumb notches on every single piece, and then I'll put them together. I figured that was the easiest way for me to... that one did not get clipped a lot. Let me change that up here. That would be the easiest way for me to get these together in the fastest time. So I wanted to come on and share that with you so you guys would know an easier way for you to do that also. Let me make sure they're all going the same way. So I know to come in and I'm going to put the glue on these back sides, punch the thumb notches, and then glue them all together. And I'm going to do every step one step at a time. So I'm going to come through, and the first step I'm going to do is punch all of them. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to put the tape on and so on, and then I'm going to glue down one side, then the next side. That's what I'm going to do. I thought that was going to be easiest, so I will let you know how it goes when I'm done, but I thought I would break in to show you that. Okay, here they are. They're all ready to go. I think I didn't make one for the specialty papers. I think that's the only one I didn't make for. I won't know till I fill all these, so how about we do that? Let's just fill these. All right, here they all are. I did end up using the white for my specialty, and I think I'm going to do something else with my white scraps, so that way I know they're just in one spot and not like one spot for white. You know what I mean? Because you use a lot of white. You use white for sentiments and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to put those in a different spot. But here we go. Now let's see if we can fit them back in this basket, shall we? I'm just going to put them in. I don't care what order they go in. And as soon as I make some room, I'll bring it over to show you. Let's get these up so I can show you. There we go. There's a lot of brown and a lot of black. I'm going to put those in the back because there's a lot. And I think they're all going to fit. There we go. Done. I may have to put, can I put this one on the side? There is room. Can I put it over here so it's not squashed? Yep. Look at that. That is so much better. So much better. Now guys, I could have easily have bought something. I looked and looked and looked and I could not find something that I had in mind to sort my scraps, and this worked out better for me. You let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was super helpful for you. It was so easy, and all you need are coordinating pieces of 8.5 by 11 paper. And who doesn't have 8.5 by 11 paper in their stash that of multicolors, right? Very easy. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.